She growled.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
I'm not back.
She growled again, so.
Okay,
Mom.
fill me in on what's happened.
Okay. We think she's on LSD because two people in like ski masks that were in the car that hit Marie just kind of pop out of nowhere, and they're like, someone's waiting in the house.
And they go inside and they see her mother sleeping.
Her mother's sleeping,
And then
apparently alive.
And then
the
she
body's
disappears.
cold, but then she's like, help me, and then the body vanished.
It just disappears.
And then her dad's sitting next to it, like his wrist's cut.
What is this?
She growled as she brought the knife away. She growled as she brought the knife away some.
I'll take over.
Yeah! And if you want to die so bad, your princess is in another castle. Let me help!
She smiled slightly without any happiness and brought the large knife down on her father's head. What? Hacking and hacking till the floor was covered with bits and pieces and she was giggling.
No going back!
She grinned devilishly.
Oh my.
After doing so, she went upstairs and washed her face. How come no one noticed the bodies yet? No one said that. It just says, how come no one noticed the bodies yet?
There was a moment earlier.
What is the narrator even doing?
Yeah, there was a moment earlier. Where did the blood go? The body. It just said that randomly. Where was it? Where were we?
I'll take it back.
Oh, there you go.
Where is it?
No one noticed the body yet.
Marie's was in the street. Granted, there wasn't any houses on said street, but. She shrugged it off and went into her room, only to be greeted by the hooded man. Hello,
It's Jeff.
she whispered as she made her way into the closet.
What?
She gonna come out of it soon?
What?
He waved slightly, but that was it. So he didn't say anything, but there's a speech bubble that's just ...
Toad again.
It's like Pokemon. Or, no, it's like Super Mario Saga, where they'd be like... Where they'd be ...
Yeah,
instead
because
of talking.
there would be nothing to say. You know?
Can I have some privacy?
It's Toad out.
Can I have some privacy? I'm changing, she glared.
Oh! And knock next time!
Orion ordered as she waited for him to move.
There's a killer in your house. Why?
Sighing, the man walked to her door and waited just outside of it.
You coming?
He asked quietly. Orion peeked out confused.
Huh?
The girls see me to go from one emotion to the next, mad, calm, quiet, then mad again.
You're coming with us.
No, it's, you're coming with us?
Yeah, that's a question mark.
Clarified.
After
She
some time.
pulled back and didn't answer until she was dressed fully and had packed a bag. Walking out, she fayed him with a quiet nod and followed him out.
What's your name?
Hey.
Ori asked
What's your
softly.
name?
I'm facepalming so hard at this next speech.
Oh boy.
Hoodie!
See,
Why isn't it over?
Toy Story reject.
Hoodie!
What's the next thing gonna be? Buzz Lightyear.
No, it's gonna be a reject from Toy Story 2.
This is so bad. He held
Jezebel.
his hand out as they reached the car and gestured to her bow, somewhat damaged quiver and knife.
I'll put them in the back.
Yeah. She gave a small She gave a small nod and handed them over with a little reluctance. She winced some as she moved her shoulder.
Okay!
Orion finally got in the car. The white masked man was still outside, seemed to be doing something. He then lit a match and dropped it, her house catching fire as he did. Orion smiled some as she buckled up and looked at the guy next to her, who had been staring at her the whole time. This is getting really weird.
What the hell? Hi!
He said excitedly, seeming to be smiling.
Hi!
She smiled a bit, going into her shell slightly. She's a Koopa, that's why. He was a bit loud.
I wonder what his name is.
This is weird.
Oh boy.
I might
You're
have...
gonna love staying with us!
Eric, if this goes on for much longer, I'm gonna have you take over the reading.
Okay.
Okay, do it.
He said as his shoulder jerked twice slightly and his head did the same.
Okay!
She yawned slightly as the white masked man got in the car and started driving. Where was he?
I don't know. No one knows.
Can I sleep?
She asked as she rubbed her eyes with her right hand. Gets into a car with 2 hooded masked men. Can I sleep?
Go. No. You know one of them's Jeff.
Sure.
Hoodie. Oh, Hoodie. Hoodie said that. Whatever. Hoodie said as the other nodded at him.
Oh no.
Just ... Don't fall on Toby. Shadow Wolf.
Toby's gonna. Oh.
Oh my god.
This is terrible.
It's okay. Or I don't know. I can't do a Toby.
Yeah, you
I can't do a
Toby.
Michael or a Toby voice, so I'm just gonna do. It's okay. Toby said quickly, but Ori paid no mind.
No, he paid
Figuring
no money.
out how to stay buckled while doing this, Ori set her bag at her feet and turned so her back was against the door. Then a moment later, quickly drifted off into much needed
Are
sleep.
you joking?
Is
That
this it?
she has
This
to
is it!
figure out how to buckle herself in and go to sleep.
You buckle, you
Then-
put your head on the side of the door, and you sleep. There's no figuring out.
Oh my gosh.
End. Hopefully.
This is the end right here.
This is the end.
After. Solon Constellation. Nickname Sullen. That's the dumbest pun I've ever heard. Solon
Oh.
Come on! Sullen, Sol, Constance, Connie, Ori, Orion. She hates being called Sullen and despises the name Connie. Her real name is Orion Sol Geneva, and in parentheses again, Geneva. She no longer responds to her full name. So, she's still a female.
Okay, that's good.
She's still 17, her birthday's the same, her height is the same, her weight, she lost 2 pounds. Her skin is pale and fair. Her hair is pitch black, wavy long. Her eyes are still that weird heterochromia thing that never had any purpose in the story.
Machine.
She fears and dislikes claustrophobia, and she doesn't like dried blood.
Right.
She likes drawing, humming, reading, quietness, archery, swordplay, running, and hunting.
And killing.
And she's left-handed and ambidextrous.
But not a true ambidextrous.
The end.
This is the end.
What? What? What?
That's the end. That was it.
She gets in the car. Okay, 2 masked men. Who are the men? Was one of them Max?
What happened to her mom? What happened to Max? What happened to the dad? Oh, I think
Why
the dad died, I think, because he was in the house.
Yeah.
But what happened to the mom?
Why was Slenderman in it?
Yeah, who was the masked dude? No, who was not the mask? Who was the faceless guy? Who was Toby?
Toby's just there. Hello, I'm Toby. Hello.
Don't fall on Toby. Although we're not going to explain what he's going to do if you fall on him. The end.
We're just gonna end with a description of her. That's what the entire story was about. Her epic story and journey to lose 2 pounds after killing her dad.
And also the fact that she somehow became a not true ambidextrous. That as well.
And how she learned to teleport out of her father's study
I
into the
think
road and watch cars.
She was in her
Also-
father's study, and then all of a sudden she's in the street fighting Marie. What happened to her friend Lydia?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Lydia's gone. Lydia just kind of disappeared. You
Her mother's
helped me
body
with my
disappeared.
math. I guess you just kind of killed all your friends and burned down your house.
No,
That's cool.
Thanks for helping me with math, and she just slowly fades out of the story. Just like,
Fades out of
Kind of
reality.
like the mother's body.
yeah.
What happened
just
there?
vanishes.
What?
It was terrible.
It's gonna be at least 2 parts.
Yeah, this is gonna be a 2-part video. This was easily the worst one we've done so far.
Thanks for the request.
Thank you for the request, Dawnflower. And I would say don't send in another again, but that was hilarious, so send in more. That was
find
great.
another one.
Only thing is, maybe you could find the sequel, because it sounds like they were opening up for a sequel, maybe? But her character development was she became depressed and homicidal and became an even worse character.
And lost 2
And
pounds.
see, people can become even worse characters through character development, but the main protagonist isn't supposed to. The
Yeah.
plot structure was not there.
There was no structure. It was like a Jenga tower.
I mean, see a better way to do it. It still would have been one of the worst stories we've ever read in the entire universe.
Yeah.
They could have ended it after Marie died, and then she gets in the car, and then it's over. And then they could have done that second thing and continued.
Exactly.
But then again, this person doesn't know how to write.
Oh, yeah, true. And just not include the Slender Man?
Yeah, like, was it Slender Man?
We don't know. It was faceless.
He just had a white mask on. That was it.
Or maybe it was the mask guy, but that means
It wasn't explained.
Faceless, though.
I don't even understand.
Is there any comments? Because you're gonna get back into this.
Oh yeah. Let me check.
Let's see if there's any comments to see if there's any.
Comments. There is 16.
Oh, give me.
No, I'll be.
Okay.
Spooty Weasel, sorry, says first name Mary, last name Sue. How is this creepy?
Yep. She was a Mary Sue character. You know when you make a character that is you in a story.
Elias.
No, I'll do it.
Oh yeah, you do it. I don't know.
Alias Cato says.
Oh, that's how you read it.
The Mary Sue is an evil creature that should strike fear into the heart of all. It lurks in fiction, mostly fan fiction, and then it ruins every story by making itself the center of attention. Not creepy enough? The author's wish fulfillment proxy, Sue, will use unrealistic powers to do boring things. That doesn't make any sense here. Eric, you want to read this next one?
Read the next one.
I'll read the next one.
The
The operator
Says.
Orion Soul Geneva. I could not think of a more Mary Sue sounding name if I tried. Yeah, you name your name after the Geneva Conventions and a constellation.
Randall Flag says, how about Sephiroth Slice?
Randall Flagg, as in the guy from the Stephen King books.
Yeah, he
Thanks,
says.
dude. Didn't know you were real.
Just read that.
Okay, then the next
Slice.
the operator once again says.
Ironically enough, Mary Sue isn't even that much of a Mary Sue's name.
Who cares?
Yes, quite.
Freaky dude says, how about Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way? My immortal.
No.
Alright.
No.
Your turn. Okay, this is a chemistry joke, so that's funny.
Arctic.
Read that.
Arctic. Did anyone run the Mary Sue litmus test on this one? XD face.
Oh, yay.
Operator Miles Edgeworth
Says,
which is from Outlast.
well, I don't know if this I guess. Unfortunately, I cannot find the Mary Sue litmus test. Fortunately, I found one of my spare copies of How to Tell If Your OC is a Bad Jeff the Killer ripoff, and figured that would count. A bad Jeff the Killer ripoff, meaning it's even worse than Jeff the Killer?
Okay, this is like ridiculously long.
Yeah, I don't really want to.
Here, do you want to read this, Eric? It's actually pretty funny.
Okay.
All right, so here's how to
Okay,
Jeff the Killer check.
let's do it. Unmoral, quirky name. Check. Strange quirk, body trait. Check. Heterochromia. Has unusual interests. Check. Archery, swordplay. Okay.
Yeah.
Unusually talented, little to no character flaws. Check. She will rarely miss. If this was a character submitted to a roleplay group, I would deny it immediately. Bullied, generally for little to no reason, or just used to advance the plot. Check. Wow, I wonder where I've heard that before. Maybe just in 99% of Mary Sue pastas I've read. Psychopathy, insanity, etc. as a character trait. Check.
Oh, we gotta use
And to be honest, it makes me incredibly offended and angry when people do this. Psychopathy isn't just a thing you joke about or throw around lightly, okay? Okay. Ends up murdering someone and becomes a bad Jeff the Killer ripoff. Check, check, and motherly fucking check.
That sums up
Ends
the whole
up-
thing.
100%. Kill it with fire.
Yeah, okay, let's see. Do I want to read this one?
I'll read it.
This is way too long. No, I want Eric to read that again because that was hilarious.
Yeah, I'll read this.
Alfred Frederick Dinglebottom. Operator, you just made it even easier for the fanfic fuckwits to make shitty Jeff the Killer self-inserts. You basically made a template for them. His name is Tarkin, and he is really handsome, but he's got a massive foot. His hobbies include furniture making and furniture baking. He's really good at throwing bits of paper into bins from 3 to 4 centimeters away. It sounds like every middle schooler ever. He has perfect earlobes, and his nipples are incredibly...
Wait, read that again.
Read that again, please. He has perfect.
earlobes, and his nipples are perfectly symmetrical. The other day, he was walking down a corridor. Jack Brennell decided to set him on fire.
What the heck is this?
Tarkin was well annoyed, and he cried in self-harm in a dark, mysterious way after he was set on fire.
Yeah, just casually. You know.
Oh my god.
Basically, he was in a dark room and cut himself using a feather.
He always gets bullied because he's got obsessive-compulsive disorder, schizophrenia, dissociative identity disorder, depression, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and histrionic personality disorder.
Oh my.
He sneaked to Jake's house and stabbed him in the leg and said, "Go to work,
Go to work! Isn't it go to sleep? Go to work!
You can't because I stabbed your leg!"
Is he Russian?
Then he stabbed him 70 times and set fire to Jake's mom's hair because she's a bitch, and Tarkin's mom hates her because she slept with Tarkin's dad. The end! Use T.O.'s template and you can create this delightful bile too.
Oh wow.
Paul,
I'm crying.
furniture baking. I'm not gonna read that part. Paul, that's incredible. I shall be doing that later tonight. Okay.
Are we gonna make me read that again?
There's way too many of these. Let's see. Is there any ones that we don't have to read? I kind of want to read this one.
Wait. A Zergling. Operator, feed it to Zerg. Back on with the Toy Story references.
Yeah! Feed Hoodie to Zerg. Okay, so I'm not gonna read any more of these because we've already hit 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So
3 parts?
this was slowly going crazy, and that's a pretty good description for the reader's mental state throughout this story.
Yeah.
Or the plot slowly breaking apart like a Jenga tower.
Here
Pretty
we-
much.
Yeah. It just spiraled out of control. Okay, so this has been a very, very good example of an awful creepypasta.
Indeed.
And we will see you soon. Thank you, Eric, for coming on this show. We will definitely be having you on this show again very soon.
I'm eating all your Freezy Pops out of the freezer, by the way.
Oh,
It's fine because you were funny.
as long as you don't become
As long as I don't start baking furniture.
Stop baking furniture, man.
Baking the furniture,
Then you'll go out the house.
This couch, it's getting me so trippy.
Okay.
Then
Anyway,
you'll stab Alex.
this has been Awful Creepypasta, and we will see you on the next, hopefully not as ridiculously long video. Bye bye.
Hope your nipples are perfectly symmetrical.
Thank you for watching. I already explained all of it earlier, so have a good day, everyone. Like, comment, and subscribe.